If you start a firm, say in 1 or 2 years, 3 years, with say 2 to 3 crores of revenue and with a small team of 5 people, then it's possible to enter the US market.
Absolutely. See, their size doesn't matter. The question is one qualified to enter the US market? Is one licensed? We all started somewhere with one client or two clients.
Yeah.
We were lucky that in our first week we got 18 clients. It just happened because right time and right solution. So one can be very laser focused because there are issues, tax issues, valuation issues in every industry, and one can be an expert in that. And then you will see a lot of referrals coming to you. So play your game wisely.
If I want to start, say in the US, okay, what service line should I focus on?
So I will say advisory services. Without batting an eyelid, I'll straight away say that. One can always do audit, one can always do taxation, but that's beaten, that's there. We know that AI at some point is going to become so strong that it'll kind of take away the whole margin game there. And with more and more, tech differentiators and disruptions, I think what will survive and what will do really well across surveys and across conferences we keep hearing and we keep discussing is advisory services. Help the business take the right decisions in every which way, whether it's resource allocation, whether it's expansion, international growth, whether it's people decisions. If some people are adventurous and they've had a good background, then even marketing decisions. Today, a lot of startups end up bleeding because they are just spending tons and tons of money in performance marketing. Is that the only way to grow? Is that the only way to attract customers? As a chartered accountant, as an accounting professional, one can look at the burn and say, this cash burn is not sustainable. Yes, you may have been lucky with a couple of rounds of equity financing, but the investors are not going to keep, supporting burns or cash burns, and you will soon kind of bleed out, and the company will be left without cash. There are tons of examples that we know where companies are shutting down because of excessive bleeding. So very important that one can start focusing on specific areas. So advisory services is something which I'm very, very bullish on, which I see. So if one looks at the next 5 years chart, there's enough and more data which says that advisory is growing between 25 to 30% across countries. Audit is growing between 10 to 15%. Taxation will be again 15-20%.
What should be the budget you have if you want to go to the US back and forth?
You don't need crores of rupees. The travel costs are all what we know. Yes, one has to sustain the initial months till you get your first clients there, and one has to be able to invest a little bit. It could be anywhere. It doesn't have to be just US. It could be London, UAE, Australia. In fact, the ICAI has signed MRAs, mutual recognition agreements with various countries. That could be also an interesting source to look at. And then if you put this knowledge and clients at the center of table, everything opens up. So just be focused at that.